Hi everyone, it's Harry from Hasbro TV, back with another video. Another Alpha Spurs, Everton 3, Tottenham Hotspur 2. I kind of think the score kind of flattered us a bit, actually, in the end. It's crazy as it sounds. So 12th loss of the season, where do we go from here? But anyways, let's go into the starting lineup first of all. See, Kinski was in goal, and then we had the back four of Spence at left back. Yeah, Porro right back, another overplayed player. Gray and Jagusin at centre back. And the midfield of, well, just hold off on Gray. Midfield of Kulusevski, Madison. I don't know if they were playing in the middle or on the wing. Like, it was a bit confusing at the beginning. This is what I mean. It was such a mess that I can't even tell you who was playing midfield. But Son Bergwijn were in the middle. Apart from that, it was kind of all over the place. And Son played up front. He was our starting striker today. And yeah, it was pretty bad. So, because I'm filming this quite soon after the game. But let's get into it. I don't know how we did this, but we managed to make Everton look like Barcelona. Everton were 3-0 up at half time. They probably could have scored more. If I'm being honest, they could have scored maybe 4 or 5. Calvert-Lewin scored the first goal. Just some stats for you. Hadn't scored in 17 games. Everton had not taken the lead, I think, or been 3+ up at Goodison Park since 2017. When I think the team was Bournemouth. Okay, this is a year ago, Bournemouth, not this Bournemouth, obviously. I think that's probably the year they got promoted. But anyways, it's the last time we're 3 goals up in a game. David Moyes, who's notoriously a defensive manager, has someone put 3 goals past us. I can't remember the last time Everton scored 3 goals in a game. I try to think. So, of course, we started with the same tactics, the same inverted, the same... I mean, Gray and Jagusin on the halfway line, crazily enough again. And, yeah, we conceded 3 goals. It could have been worse. It could have been 4 or 5. And Dye, we gave him all the space in the world. Go on, mate. Just go past all our players. Yes, who we are, mate. He was probably their best player in Dye, but we gave him way too much space. Calvert-Lewin, like I said, he hadn't scored in 17 games, got his first goal, and he kind of killed it. Like, he rinsed through our players, man. It was madness. And like I said, they could have... The third goal was an own goal, but they could have scored a hell of a lot more, especially in that first half. You would have thought that Everton were the team that was supposedly meant to be challenging for the title this season, right? Mr. Ange, was talking about the title this season. Instead, we might not even challenge in the championship, let's be honest. So yeah, 3-0 down at half time. He does make a sub. He takes off Dragusin and brings on Richarlison, but we still stick with the 4-3-3. One of my major gripes on Twitter was the fact that, yeah, he brought him on, but why continue with the 4-3-3? Now I'll go 4-4-2, and I'll talk about that a bit later on because Mikey Moore came on later on in the game. He took off Salah. So we did go 4-4-2 in the end. And not unsurprisingly, we scored 2 goals playing this way. I mean, Mikey Moore was our best player probably today, and she got way more minutes. Madison was not that great, but he's not been that great. Kulusevski got a good goal, actually. And yeah, like I said, we did get a second goal, but with Richarlison. But it was too little too late. And some people might say, well, players fought back for him, blah, blah, blah. But I think the only reason we scored 2 goals is because he threw away his tactics. As mad as it sounds. But what I don't understand, like I said at halftime, I would have brought Richarlison and gone 4-4-2. But he brought him on and just stayed with the same flipping formation, the same tactics, the same... what's the point? You have Richarlison up there. We're still playing tippy-tappy around the back. This is besides the point. This is our 12th loss of the season. 12. And we're not even through January. Just so you know, guys, well, Leicester are home in the next Premier League game, who, on the face of it, we're in the fight with them to stay up. Let's just be brutally honest. We're in a relegation battle. It's ironic because obviously our manager said he wants to be in a title race this season. So maybe he overestimated the players we had. But again, he comes out saying the players, blah, blah, all this other nonsense. On the injuries, people point to the injuries. Bournemouth have 10 injuries. They went and won away to Newcastle 4-1. And I'll do Bournemouth on paper have a better team than Tottenham. Because most people predict Spurs to be like 3rd for some crazy reason this season. I thought we'd be like between like 5th and 8th. But We're nowhere near that. We're 15th in the table. If Everton win their game in hand, I know it's probably going to be Liverpool, but they'll be a point behind us. And we have got Leicester at home next, who, I mean, I know this is kind of irrelevant, but obviously their tight winning season, they want to beat us, and Leicester have some psychological thing with us, because of that. And it won't be an easy game. They need the points. Now we need the points, and then we've got United in a few weeks. Ipswich away, who we lost at home to. Like, as long as this manager stays, we're going to the Championship. Like, let's just be real. We're going to the Championship as long as this manager is here. That's what I'm gonna say. Honestly, this guy has to go. Like, we're gonna get relegated if he carries on and he stays. No defensive coaching, poor tactics. He caused half these injuries anyway himself with his diabolical style. Like, honestly, I've never seen Everton be so dominant in a game, like, in about 2-3 years. That's how long it's been. And Moyes, notoriously a defensive manager, they're running rings around us. And Moyes only been there for 5 minutes, and he's probably got way worse players than we do. But as I tweeted before the game, my biggest worry was, I'm seeing the midfield was, yeah, Everton may not have names, but all their players that they play in midfield are strong. And our youngsters, Sarr and Berger, got bullied. And that's exactly what happened. We weren't winning the midfield battle. And this is the result. 3-2. And like I said, the 2 goals kind of flattered us because we really were not that good. Oh, mate, we were so bad. Like, it really flattered us. The 2 goals we scored really flattered us. I think Everton just sat and and obviously the 2 goals weren't on purpose that they conceded. But what I'm trying to say is, like, they should have been us by 5 or 6. And Moyes has been there for 5 minutes. But this manager is pathetic, and just actually pathetic. Like, he's an embarrassment. He's the worst manager I've ever seen, maybe in the Premier League history, if I'm being honest. Worst manager I've seen at Spurs, 100%. But maybe in Premier League history, the worst manager at Tottenham, Ange Postecoglou, get him out.